اللهم صل على رسوله الكريم اما بعد اعوذ بالله من الشیطان الرجیم بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. السلام علیکم. نارتھ لندن اسلامک سینٹر کی اینول جنرل میٹنگ 2022 کا ہم آغاز کرتے ہیں، اور اس آغاز کو کلام پاک سے شروع کرنے کے لیے میں چودھری طاہر صاحب سے اجازت چاہوں گا. چودھری طاہر صاحب فار تلاوت قرآن پاک.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى صدق الله العظيم. بامراد وہ شخص جو قرآن سن کر خبائث عقائد و اخلاقیات سے پاک ہو گیا اور اپنے رب کا نام لیتا اور نماز پڑھتا رہا. مگر اے منکرو، تم آخرت کا سامان نہیں کرتے بلکہ تم دنیاوی زندگی کو مقدم رکھتے ہو، حالانکہ آخرت دنیا سے بدرجہ بہتر اور پائیدار ہے. اور یہ مضمون صرف قرآن ہی کا دعویٰ نہیں بلکہ یہ مضمون اگلے صحیفوں میں بھی آ چکا ہے، یعنی ابراہیم اور موسیٰ علیہ السلام کے صحیفوں میں. سورۃ اللہ.
کلام پاک کی تلاوت کے بعد میں پریزیڈنٹ NLIC سے اجازت چاہوں گا کہ تقریب کی باقاعدہ آغاز کیا جائے.
اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان الرجیم. بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. الحمد للہ رب العالمین الرحمن الرحیم مالک یوم الدین ایاک نعبد و ایاک نستعین اهدنا الصراط المستقیم صراط الذین انعمت علیہم غیر المغضوب علیہم ولا الضالین. Brothers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On behalf of the management and office bearers of NLIC, we welcome you and thank you for coming today at this AGM. Alhamdulillah, this is our 4th AGM at this place. We will keep it short, as a matter of super short, so that we can have an important town hall meeting after this. Brothers, you all know the history of NLIC, how and when it was formed and the role of Dr. Sadar in its becoming a reality. Our thanks are due to the founder members and all those who contributed. We thank all those who helped in any way and wish them and their loved ones the best of both worlds. The list of founder members is on the notice board. The list of the founder members is on the notice board. If anyone's name is misspelled or not complete, please let us know, or in the next week the names will be sent to be engraved on a plaque, and that plaque will then be affixed to the wall as promised. In the year 2021, we were coming out of COVID-19. There were some restrictions which were still on, but some were removed. We had a hard time. It was tough. The directors and different committees met regularly to devise the means on how to serve you better. We had our second fundraising online with a target of raising $80,000. It was an online affair. As a matter of fact, we made two efforts. One was with a GoFundMe, we did that, and then the other was a proper online donation contribution section. It was a mammoth effort. Doing it online, special thanks are due to Brother Iswan Rashid for arranging and conducting it. We also had Qurbani in Azad Kashmir, Pakistan. It was arranged, and 9 cows were slaughtered and meat was distributed to the needy. We also held our annual Syed conference, and for the first time in the history of London, NLIC was illuminated with colored lights. There was lecture for Imam, Tawakkul, and Naats were read. Salam presented, and Shinini was distributed. Flu shot clinic was also held in collaboration with Midpoint Pharmacy. The plan to start a funeral committee was envisaged, and its standard operating procedures, membership forms were designed and set up. We tried to get some loans to expand the North London Islamic Centre under the Solar Program initiative, which was led by the government of Canada. But despite working hard, for nearly 6 months we worked very hard on it. We could not finalize it due to lack of trust between us and the authorized agents of the government. There was some misunderstanding. What we wanted to convey them, they were not willing to do that. Then the machinery which they were bringing in was not up to the standard which we wanted. So there was a lot of problem, and although it was a good plan, and the plan was just to expand this place up to under 1200 square foot and put a solar panel on that, and that was being financed by the government of Canada. But we tried really hard, but we could not achieve what we wanted. Because we could not sign the documents without properly seeing which plant is being placed, which machinery is being used, what will be the backup for that. We could not do that. They wanted the plant to be imported from India, but we had no way of finding out whether it was a reconditioned plant or a new plant. There were so many ifs and buts that despite our very best efforts, we couldn't do it. We did a lot of other work in 2021, but due to dearth of time, we cannot mention everything. But the important thing is, we kept the expenses low and made all our payments in time and kept the funds rolling in. And kept saving money to liquidate our loan. As a matter of fact, we saved approximately $30,000 in 2021. Let me acquaint you of the services we are offering now. Besides Jummah prayers and regular Isha prayers which we are having in 2021, we have started an Isal-e-Sawab group to pray for the deceased. We offer our halls to all those who need it. We have started a WhatsApp prayer group. We are also running a funeral services WhatsApp group. We are having weekly tajweed and understanding Quran classes for seniors. The North London Islamic Cooperative Funeral Arrangement System, which we had designed and have started, for this a policy has been formulated and approved by the Board of Directors and is now alhamdulillah functional. It is now on. Anybody who is a member of that can benefit from that service. We have also opened a brokerage account so that people could donate their shares, stocks, dividend or some dividend or something like that to NLIC, thus save their money and get a charity receipt for further savings from income tax. With these stocks and shares and debentures, we will create a fund which will eventually lead to the creation of an endowment fund for some future project which we might think of. But at the same time, it will be a permanent source of income to NLIC when it is ready and functional. So far, only we have received stocks for about $4,000 in that account. As soon as we can keep on getting stocks, the portfolio will become bigger and bigger. And we hope that when it reaches a figure of $50,000, it will be a proper portfolio for them, an endowment fund will be created. That money will stay there. Only the profits earned from that will come to NLIC. This year we have procured the services of Mr. Sayyid Waqas Balkhi, Chartered Accountant, for handling our accounts from 2022 onwards. This is in short what we did, and in 2021. What we are going to do in 2022 and what we intend to do, we will discuss it after the interview. Now I call upon the Director of Finance to present the financial reports for the year 2020. 2021, sir.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. First of all, I'm so sorry I was late 5-10 minutes. So I'm so sorry for that. So I just would like to present the consolidated balance sheet for the year ending 2021. And as Bazarbhai mentioned, for the year 2022, we have hired a chartered accountant, and I have handed over each and every receipt to him so that he can prepare everything for the next AGM, inshallah. So, cash as at January 1st, 2021 was $52,027. Deposits were $96,572. Expenses were $66,236. And I'm going to break down the expenses after this balance sheet numbers. So cash as of December 31st, 2021 is $82,363. Purchases and in-kind donations are $23,708. Amortization is $2,813. Net purchases and in-kind donations total is $20,894. The other thing is I do have some extra copies. If anybody wanted to have a look, they can have a look. And we also pasted the same information on the notice board for your review as well. So building and building improvements, so we have $170,000 and accumulated amortization is $36,800 approx. So net building and building improvement is now at the year 2021 is $133,363. So total assets for NLIC at this moment is $236,000 approx. Liabilities, account payable property is $227,000. Payments to date is $108,000. The total liabilities as of December 31st, 2021 is $119,000. So total net asset is $117,620. So as I mentioned, I will break down the expense. So the high level expenditures which I would like to speak about is the purchase of property is $40,000, bank expenses $2,039, rent paid $6,780, purchases $815, property and municipal taxes is $2,759. Utilities are $4,393. Donations from the community is $5,820. Insurance is $2340, and miscellaneous expense from other two accounts are $1291. So we do have two more accounts, one for zakat, one for sadaqah, so that money can go over there. So whenever we receive any donation in terms of zakat or sadaqah, it goes to the account first, and then we distribute to the needy people whenever we are approached. So expenses from two other accounts is $2,657. So total expenditure is $66,236, as I mentioned in my balance sheet. So this is I have so far for this. Any question, we are welcome. Yeah.
As you said in your speech that $100,000 for the building repair, can you revert something? What is the repair?
I did not say repaired. I said it's
Maintenance.
so it's overall for the. So this is the overall, right?
This is the balance sheet.
This is the balance sheet. So this is overall, like what we have right now.
2018 till today. Then building improvements were.
But the account should be the different. This is not a repair or maintenance.
No, it's not. Yeah. No. We did not did anything. We did not did anything for 2021.
That's why I'm surprised.
Yeah.
That you didn't
No,
say
so
anything.
this is balance sheet. So this is what we have as of December 31st, 2021. What's the value?
This is not the income tax.
Yeah, this is not here.
This is not an expense that.
Yeah.
It's in-
Okay, now,
So at a high level, the donations you have received minus the expenses, the bottom line right now,
So,
at the end of 2021, we had the total money we had, excess of revenue of expenditures was 30,300 crores.
and in terms of net asset is $117,000.
That I nobody cares for net assets.
Pass on.
Yeah.
You are just concerned what's happened in 2021.
right?
The 2021, the major expenses, yes. Now, now we have to pass a resolution to approve the council 2021.
Yes.
Can you please present the resolution?
I move the resolution, the account of year 2021 may kindly be accepted.
Yeah, anybody want
Resolution to
opposition?
pass. Second.
Sorry, okay. So now the expenses start for the year have been passed. Now, we can have a question and answer session, but before that, I want to say, would like to say that in order to run smoothly our day-to-day affairs and some other routine matters such as opening of the brokerage account and creation of a fund and the formation of rural community, etc., some resolutions were passed by the directors. We request the House to approve all these resolutions. All this in, can you please present the resolution?
So I move the resolution and activities conducted by the management during the fiscal year 2021 may kindly be accepted.
All those in favor?
I second
Please
it.
pass the resolution.
Second.
Now we can have a question and answer session. But what is, any questions anybody has regarding the affairs of 2021?
Regarding the solar plan you have already give up on that or?
We have given it up, it's finished.
So there's no way to give
No,
up
no,
the
no,
plan?
we will get it.
You were asking
तो ये क्या चीज़ एक्सपेंस फ्रॉम अदर टू अकाउंट्स 26.7 million क्या चीज़ है
ये जो हमारे दो सदका और उसके अकाउंट है ना उसके एक्सपेंसेस हैं
सबका इंसिका?
उसमें एक्सपेंसेस क्या कहते हैं मतलब ये क्या वो
अच्छा, वो ऐसा है कि हमारे दो अकाउंट्स हैं, एक है सदका अकाउंट और एक है खैरात का अकाउंट। सदका और खैरात एक है और क्या कहते हैं ज़कात का अकाउंट, तो ये सिर्फ अकाउंट अलग अलग है। अच्छा, अब होता क्या है कि जब when people send money to us, some we just send online, or some people put it in the zakat or sadqa box here and zakat box. Now, when you send it online, it goes to the main account. But when you have mentioned there that this money is going to go to the zakat account, then after a couple of months, we take that money out from that account and put it in the proper account. So when we take that out and put it in this account, the accounts of the main account goes down. We have to pass a double entry. In that entry, we take that account, the money out from that account and put it in another account. So that is one application. Now, in that zakat account, when we are paying people up, for example, right now, we are paying 4 families monthly money for their livelihood. And then sometimes people come up, like day before yesterday, 3 days or 1 week back,
last week
last week, a person called and said that he was a Palestinian and he was stuck in London. He didn't have money to stay the night over, plus he was traveling and he had lost his wallet and everything. So he just called us and we, Tariq also went to his house, to the place where he was, somewhere near Walmart, and he was standing in the parking lot. So we gave him $100 so that he could spend the night. So things like that keeps on happening. And all this money we put in this account. So that is goes from line to account. That's
My
why
question
it's-
is it this expenses means like a service charges from the bank?
No, no, no.
Okay.
This is the money what we give them.
Okay.
The money which we
transaction
transaction share. So for example, we are paying a family $1,000 per month. There another family are paying $500. There are someone who we are paying $250 per month. So we are paying them this money. But we don't want to bring their names out.
Yeah.
It's confidential. But if you want to see, you can see. We are certain that they are the poor people, they need that money.
We verify first before.
Yeah, before we do it. There's one more thing in this account, 2022. No, let's leave it for the time being. I'll discuss it afterwards. Now, it's 1 o'clock, so shall we go and have some prayers first? And then we start on the town hall meeting. A 15 minutes break now for those prayers. Congratulations, Alhamdulillah, we are now free of all loans and encumbrances.
Sir, this is loud बोले आवाज.
NLIC does not owe any money to anyone now.
माशाल्लाह.
This property and building where you are sitting right now is not only free of all encumbrances but also stands transferred in the name of NLIC now.
माशाल्लाह.
The purpose of this town hall meeting is to determine the future path of NLIC. Brothers, phase 1 was to get this property transferred in the name of NLIC and pay off the loan. That is now done, finished, goal achieved, MashaAllah and Alhamdulillah. Now we move to phase 2. Here we want to determine what does the community want from NLIC. What is the role of that NLIC should play? How can NLIC play a role in benefiting the community and how best this could be achieved? And what are the aspirations? What are the goals? We are ready to listen to you and seek your advice. After a lot of discussions, instead of coming just like that and talking, we have developed some proposals. We have to come up with 2 possible routes or options which could be taken. This is what we came up. You have every right to reject it completely, accept this, or come up with something different or amend it. We are here to listen to you and do what is best for the community. Route A, or the option 1. It is suggested that we sell this place, as some people complain that this is too far from the city. They want NLIC to move closer to somewhere near the city or within city limits. Also remember that the city is slowly coming towards us. It's not that it's not very far. In times to come, this can be a good proper place. So in this connection, we made the following efforts. Number 1, we asked Brother Saif Kasmi and Brother Nadeem Suhail to look for some places, and they have been working on it for the last 8 months. They came up with lot of different proposals, but either they were too expensive or they were not feasible from different angles as we looked at them. On the other hand, point number 2, we asked Josh Morgan when he was contesting the election to help us find some city land which we could buy from the city, but if he wins. Now he has won. He promised to help us. So now Sister Zeba Hashmi is very kind and is coordinating with Josh, who will soon get us in touch with the custodian of city lands, and we will see if something could be done. Point number 3, Brother Nadeem Suhail has been bringing different properties to our attention, but those did not work out. Now he has come up with a property at Keynes Road, which you can see right there, which can be a possibility. It consists of 3 blocks. The central block, these are the 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. This is the Keynes Road, K-I-N-S Keynes Road. It's near Hyde Park area. This is the Keynes Road. These are the 3 blocks, block 1, block 2 and block 3. And these are the units which are up for sale on ownership basis. Now,
it is near to Oxford.
Near
not
to
Hyde
Oxford.
Park.
Oxford.
Yes.
Keynes.
Not Oxford, not a Hyde Park.
no, I said in the Hyde Park area.
No, it's not a Hyde Park area.
Okay, okay, correction.
Riverbend.
Okay, fine. That shows how much I know about you. Okay, anyway. So it consists of 3 blocks. The central block is about 12,000 square feet, which has been divided in different units of 1,200 square feet each. So, and there are 2 blocks on the side, the one on the left and the one on the right. They are 3,000 square foot each. 3,000 square feet. 1 to 3. To serve our purposes, which include funeral services, lecture rooms, parade halls, classrooms, etc., we believe that the central block of 12,000 square foot will serve our purposes. I think less than that will be quite problematic in times to come. This means the capital outlay of 12,000 square foot multiplied by 620 square foot, that is what they are demanding right now. That comes to $7.5 million. And this has to be paid in 1 year if we take this route. We can rent this space for now and then start in a small way in there and put the rest of the rooms, the units up for rent, or we can utilize them as we expect. We will discuss the details later in the afternoon after we have gone through the other proposals. Route B or option B, whether a bird in hand is worth 2 in the bush. A second route or option B is to stay here and develop the center here. For this we have again 2 alternatives. Alternative 1 is to keep the existing building and expand it slowly and gradually as we get funds. Build 1 hall, then build another area, build the wuzu area, build that and that and that. Alternative 2 is to demolish this and build a new center altogether, which can be obviously more beautiful, isn't it? Now, if we decide to demolish this center, our thought is that why don't we build something which could not only become self-sufficient, but also start earning money and could be used in that money could be used in other welfare projects and for the welfare of the community and the Muslims at large. In this connection, we have planned a presentation for you. It is to build not only a complete mosque with wudu areas for brothers and sisters, with funeral services areas, a lavish banquet hall for about 600 people, which will be divided into 2 parts, 400 and 200, 600 people, divided by one part will be 400, the other will be a 200, it will be a dividing hall. You can open the hall and make it a 600 people room, or you can open the masjid and Eid and Friday prayer time, and thus you will have enough space for more than 1,000 people to say their prayers in that place. This will also have the background will be very lavish, nothing like that in London right now. With this, we will have 26 5-star condos, complete with exercise rooms, dining areas, lecture rooms, and everything. This is senior retirement homes we will have for people 50 plus. Let's see the presentation. I'll explain that as it goes. This is the building, please sir, the back. This is what the new building, this is a picture from our display. Right now this hall we are sitting. This is the concept, this is about the concept, what it will look like. Next. There are architectural due diligence and data collection. This is being discussed with architects. We have already got the quotations for the soil testing and different things. Called codes for geotechnical investigation, legal and top survey. We have got to the quotations for these. We have to go ahead. Complete preliminary concept is conceptual floor layout as prepared. Next slide. This is the institutional or zone 1 government of Canada requirements. What should we look forward? What is the requirement? How much should the minimum front yard setback, minimum lot frontage, minimum lot area, minimum side start back? All this is the laws, the zoning laws, which are applicable at this block. Next. This is self-explanatory. Next. Next. If we go this route, it will be the conceptual design and studies will take 5 months, site plan approval will take 6 months, building permit approval will take 8 months, construction of site will take 18 months, demolition of the redundant structure 1 month, parking construction 1 month. That's total 39 months. to construct this. The new building will be constructed while the existing building will remain partially functional, not fully, partially functional. This is the part we will have to demolish. This hall, right here, red one. This will stay till this is complete. But this will have to be demolished. And this part is all going to be converted to parking lot. This front, all this area.
How many car parking were there?
We'll come to that. Next. Now, this is the statistics. The lot frontage is this much totally. The main floor will be 1,068 square meters. That will be around 3,500 square feet. The second floor will be another 3,000 square foot. Third floor will be another 3,000 square foot. And there will be a fourth floor, which will be, it's not on this map right now, presentation, but it will be there. So, because it's not right in here, because there's restrictions of how high we can go here in the city limits. And we can only go up to 33 meters, what was it?
12 meters.
Huh?
12 meters.
12 meters. So we have to get leeway, what is a pass to get another story on top. Because if we don't get the story, the project does not remain feasible as we have drawn it up. We'll have to go that, and if we don't get that permission, we are actually, when we are doing this, there are three basic problems which we will face here in this plot. Three basic problems. One is the car parking, because there is a specific requirement that for so many people you have to have so many parking spots. And the second problem we will have will be solved, we will be aware of it when we have the topographical survey and all that stuff, to see the geotechnical surveys, to see what is the soil like, so how we are going to do the sewerage. That's the second problem we will face, and it might be pretty expensive for us. The third problem which we will face is that we have to get one more story up, to get permission for one more story. These are the three hurdles in this project right now. Next please. This is what the basement will look like. You will develop basement, this is what this will look like. These which you see are lockers for the people who will be living upstairs in the apartment, the condos. They will all be locked in one locker in the basement. This is the men's washroom here. This is the men's staircase. This is the basement, right? It's not the first floor. This is the basement. You have to come down to the basement, in the basement. This is the men's staircase. This is the women's staircase. This is the women's washroom. This room is dedicated to funeral wash service. These are the elevators here. One big elevator, because you have to bring the corpse down, and plus service for people living in condos, you have to have a big service elevator, commercial elevator. And these are the staircases here also to come into the basement from the top floor. In this, we have this convention hall available here right now. This will be around 82 feet by 78 feet. This will be in the basement available. And now next move to the next floor. And there is a storage also. Yes, I forgot to tell you. There are two storages also on there. This is the main floor. This is the mosque, right there in front. Where our fence is, this is that wall. Where we have the fence is there. We are standing somewhere right now, somewhere around here. So this is what it will look like. This is the storage here. This is the kitchen, a big commercial kitchen, because you have to feed the convention hall also. Which we are having the banquet hall also, and we have to feed the people who are living in the condos also. So it's a retirement home, food has to be given by us, arranged by us. So it's a full-time kitchen and a commercial kitchen which will serve both the purposes. Then there is this office, two offices here, and there is one storage here. This is the hallway, and then this is the veranda in the front, and this is the veranda on the side. This side and this front side. Here, this is the main entrance. You come into this entrance, you can go into the convention hall, and from there, you can go right there like that and come into the mosque also. You can park, go drive right through, get on this side for women and for men, go to the mosque. This is the women's entrance, this is the men's entrance, separate entrances. And these are the staircases which are coming in up from the basement, for the wudu area, for the men and the women. The places to keep the shoes and everything is right here. This in here, right here, here. Then this is the closet for the women. We don't have women have got some extra stuff on this. Okay. They need lockers and closets. We have got those closets and lockers here in the upper floor. They have got them in the basement also, but they have got them here also. This is the elevator, which is going upstairs and downstairs, all the way. Next cell. This is the first floor. This is the hallway. These are unit number 1, unit number dining hall, lecture hall. This is the hallway. This is empty space for sitting a hallway. One office here, the TV room, gym, lecture halls. Unit 1 to 6 is on the first floor. Next. These are the. This will be replicated on the second floor and the third floor. These are all units. Each unit consists of 1 bedroom, open concept, and full windows, and a small, what do you call, cooking arrangement, something like that, so you can warm your food and your fridge and small stuff. Kitchenette, small kitchenette, and kitchenette, and yeah, and then they can come down to the dining hall on the first floor.
Badal bhai, there will be common washrooms, or each unit will have their own washroom? Own washroom, because I'm not seeing washrooms over here.
Yeah, I will make them. But there was just a cursory one. This is not the one to be presented to the city or anything. This is very informal.
Total कितने unit हैं?
And every room have 1.5 washroom. Sorry. Every condo will have 1.5 washroom. 1 full washroom and 1 half washroom.
They are asking how many total units?
Total unit कितने हैं?
Total units will be 26.
26. आपके पास ये जगह कितनी है total?
ये सब इसी में बना देना।
नहीं, हमारी acreage क्या है यहाँ?
इसकी acreage हमारी over there 3,000. This total area is.
Lot area is 0.759 acres.
How much?
0.759 acres.
So it's not 1 acre.
No, less than 0.85 acre.
0.75.
0.5 acre. अच्छा, मतलब we have calculated it. An architect, we don't have an architect has calculated all this and he has designed all this for us.
Can you make another parking underneath?
No, because we have only got one basement down there.
You can't have
We can't have 2 basements. No. But what we will have is, we will have a parking here on the top floor. We'll construct a parking over parking, double story parking.
How many parking?
How many parking have required here?
We have looked at the city requirements. Up till now, he has not calculated the parking requirement, but whatever will be the parking requirement, will go 2 floor parkings. Either we can, it again depends upon the geotechnical report. If it allows the underground parking, we can go underground and the above ground. And if not, then we go ground and first floor.
How many parking?
So it has to be calculated as per the
Approximately, what we calculated the other day with the architect, that was about 75 parking. We were getting short of. We required 75 parkings.
Each floor?
Huh?
Each floor?
Yes.
In total or each floor?
Each floor.
So, actually, there are new parking bylaws. You need at least one parking for 4.
Yes.
So if we are looking at the 600 people, हम show करें ना कि you'll have 600 people. So safely telling those who parking.
200 cars.
We have the architect was calculating it. He said we will do 2 parkings. It will be done.
And if there is a deficiency in the parking, then we go for the parking justification study. There are some consultant who can make a justification that, okay, the requirement is 200, but we are providing 175. So 25 parking will be justified on the lane or the neighbors or whatever the calculation will be.
So this is the layout of this plan. Now, if we go, then the next question arises, how are you going to finance this matter? First is how much this is going to cost you.
That's right.
This project is going to cost us $16 million.
1/6.
1/6. $60 million. And how do we go about it? How do we go about doing that? Now, for that, the plan which I have developed so far is that we have to collect at least $3 million from the community or from somewhere else. For that, we can have dispute strategies. Because this will be, what is this? What is the biggest problem which people are facing, Muslims are facing right now in retirement homes? The biggest problem they are facing is, number one, there is no halal food, or even if there is halal food, you are not very sure always. Though they do supply you vegetarian food, they do supply you halal, but even then there is a big problem. So what this project will not have in seniors housing is two things. There will not be no swimming pool. We don't have, all other retirement homes have swimming pools. We don't have a swimming pool. And the second thing is we don't have a bar. But on the other hand, what we have is that you are getting a chance to come in a community which is all Muslims. You have a mosque downstairs to come and pray. If you are over 50 and retired, you are the person who can come do something for the community. You can start projects here. We are providing you the space. We are giving you the time. We are giving you the place to start projects for the welfare of the whole community. You become an active part of the community itself. And thus, you are not only passing your retirement time, you are giving to the community. So this is what we have. This is plus for us. Now, the next thing was that suppose if there is $60 million, how do we go about collecting it? For that reason, we came up with a proposal that we have to collect $3 million. First we made the whole feasibility, how it's going to be done, then we worked backward and forward. And we came up with this because we need $3 million from the community. For that, we might have to go international also, because we are going to promote this as the only and the first senior retirement home for Muslims. So we have to raise this money. Wherever we go, whatever we build, even if we expand this house to double size, we will still need $2 to $3 million. Wherever we go, we need this money. At least this is the minimum money we require for anything we do. Now, please let me complete. When we get this $3 million, then we are ready to announce that the project is going on. But this will only be done after we get our approvals. Now, for the first 3 years, it will take us 3 years, I believe if we start in January 2022, it will take us 3 years to collect this money, $3 million. We have got this time, because this is a time we need about 40 months to start the construction, to get the things done, everything done. So in no case we cannot start the program for 3 years. So for the first 3 years, we have got the following breakup.
This is revenue from the operation.
Revenue from the operation.
First 3 and the fourth year.
Yes. So what we are proposing is, before I go on that, there's one more thing I want to say. What is this? The thing is, the basic concept in my mind is that we will find financiers for these condos. We will put these condos up for sale. We will ask somebody to buy a condo from us. But it will remain in our custody. We will rent it out, but he will buy the condos. And what does he get for buying a condo? The price of the one condo we have kept is at $500,000. $50,000. $500,000. $500,000. $500,000. 5 lakh. So we will sell one condo to, suppose Mr. wants to buy a condo, he wants to invest in this place, $5 million, he buys condo, he gives us a $5 million. Thus, in that way, by selling 10 condos,
So this is inflow from operations,
okay,
and the other is inflow from the total inflow, operations plus investors.
for 10 units, no, this is not it.
This is
You had this rate,
Yeah.
$5 million. And then, now, when you buy this unit, what do you get? Why will you buy it? If you buy this unit, then what happens is that we will give you rent, whatever rent we receive, which will be about $3,000 in charge rent for one month. We will pay that rent to you. NLIC will not keep anything. Whatever the rent comes, we will give to you. What we propose to do is, we have to find an Islamic way of financing it. We cannot give you an interest on it. We have to give you profit on it. So what we will do is, We have kept up. We will work it out. I've got some very good people like Khalid Sultan. He is the advisor to the government of Canada for financial Islamic banking financing. I will ask him, and he has agreed to help me to work out some way of doing this. But I said, wait, don't spend your time as yet on it. So if we are going for this proposal, if we get the government promotion, then we will go in for this. But I can tell you in small numbers what we have in mind. We can offer you 5% profit, or we can offer you 6% profit. The most I can go is for 6.5% profit after we did all our calculations. Now, if we offer you 5% profit, so in the first year, if we give you 3,000, dollars per month, so that will be the principal in that every month is going to you is next here.
Can you read it?
I will try to read it. I mean, this is in a nutshell. We can go into it after the detail afterwards. But the thing is, every year you get a amount $3,000. But from that, in the first month, let's say $3,000, may say, you get $2,700 as a principal, and $600 you get additional. Whatever you get additional, we are not counting. We are just giving it. Take it. So at the end of the year, when we calculate, we will calculate that you have only got your 5% profit. So in that way, in the first 25 years, this property will become ours. This is built to own scheme as all governments work. So you are owning this place.
No, you can.
Okay, we'll discuss the details afterwards. So you get your money back. If you calculate in 25 years, you get the money back. And if we offer you 6%, you get the money back in 28 years, approximately. And if we offer you 6.5% profit, then you can get it in about 30 years. We own the property. In the meantime, the loan has been liquidated completely, and the property belongs to NLIC. What we are earning here is $96,000 from the rent and services, from the $1 million every year. So just imagine, only from that. I mean, yet we are renting out the halls also. We are renting out the convention center also. We are arranging for the banquet hall also. We are making money there also. So the net profit which NLIC after 25 years will be able to give to the community will be over $1.5 billion we will be earning here, which we will be giving to the people, and we can invest wherever we want. I won't be here. Probably I won't be here when it's completed. I can't have such a long life. Nobody can have. But then, this is how it's going to happen. Afterwards, this is what's going to happen, and how NLIC will be able to help the whole community with this money. So this is one of the proposals. The details, we have got everything here. The expenses, we have worked out everything for the kitchen, for the security, for everything. Let's see the balance sheet, the income statement, please, once again. I'll just play the generally the income statement.
We can see here.
The first slide you showed. He has been worked very hard on this with me. Rashid Saab is an engineer. He's an architect and engineer. Civil engineer. Structural civil engineer. And he has right now he's working with some people in Masada. They have got 2 mosques and 6 apartment buildings being built right now. He's in charge of that. And he has been kind enough to volunteer his time and with us. And he has worked all this out.
The financial model Mazhar Sahab has made, we have taken 13 million loan, and then
the first slide, the one before that.
This is total. I have merged it in.
Okay.
So 13 million loan will be considering the 5% markup. We are offering 650,000 for loan payment. This is 1 year, and out of this total revenue, we will be giving 286,000 for the return of the principal amount, and total outflow will be 936,000, and total cash outflow, including the operational charges, that will be 2.12 million. And at the end of the first year, the cash flow will be positive 37,800. So similarly, we go for the same fashion, and this is the blue one is the accumulated cash we will be having in our account. If we go year by year, by the year 22 in green, you can see on year 22 we will be pay all the investments, and we will be on our own without any loan after 22 years. If we make it 6% payback interest, then we will maybe instead of 22 we'll be completing in 25 years. And if we go for 6.5%, then it will go 28 years. So it depends upon Mazhar Sahab how he will arrange the
Give me the
loans.
first slide, double for that.
I need first slide.
It's not displaying over here.
डिस्प्ले नहीं हो रहा शायद वो
Display नहीं आ रहा.
सिंक नहीं हो रहा शायद
Okay. It's okay now?
नो स्टक हुआ करके दोबारा करिए
या प्रेजेंटेशन को स्केप करके दोबारा शिफ्ट F5. इसको स्केप करके ना जी प्रेजेंटेशन को फिर इसको
दोबारा से
हाँ हाँ इसको बंद करके ना
हाँ अब
एक्टिव हो गया.
लवर कर देगा
चलो कोई बात नहीं.
Yes, this is an inflow. The inflow was like this. Rent collected from apartments, 26 units at $3,000 per unit, $936,000. Don't think that 3,000 is very high. You know, when I was making this, I went and to all the different senior retirement homes. I called them and said, I am 75 years old and I want to live in this apartment. What will I pay? How much I have to pay? I went to I've got a list here of all the apartments. I went to Aspira Retirement Living, I went to Amica Retirement Living, I went to Rivera Retirement Homes, I went to Massonville Mall Manors. I went to all these places. I didn't go there physically, I called them. And the net result was that all apartments were from 6,000 and up. And some were like Massonville Mall, they were asking for $8,000. They wanted all that combined, that money. Plus they have got an initial fee also, which deducts afterwards, but they got a loan also, whenever you go there. So that's a big money and lot of problem. We are completely far cheaper for them, because we are asking about for $3,000 and $6,000 only, $3,000 for rent. Well, I separated the rent and the service charges and food, because we are going to offer this rent to the financier who is going to invest the money. Well, how many people will buy the apartments? He assumed that only probably in London we might get 10 people who buy it. For the next other 16 units, where will we go? So we contacted the Islamic financing banks and different companies. The commercial banks were agreeable. They said that they can finance this. If you get this money and show us this money now, we will finance the rest. But we don't want money from the commercial banks. We don't want to pay interest. So we went to the Muslim financial institutions. When we went to them, we called them. They first were skeptical, but then when I explained it to them, so 2 of them agreed to finance it, but we have to yet to finalize the terms with them. So 16 of those units we are going to give to the financial companies and get money from them. It will be the same thing, 25, 26 years payback period for them. They get their money back with their 5% or 6% profit, whatever they want, and we get the money. So money will be arranged, inshallah ta'ala. There is no problem. And this money, 2 to 3 million, which will initially need, this you will have to need anything. You just break this down and start building it again, you need $2 million. You have to have that money. So it is not asking too much from the community. Now here you see 26 units is 3,000 per unit, 936. 26 units, 3,000 per person for food and services is $936,000 again. I have only collected $500 per event for the massive, luxurious conventions which we are offering, banquet hall we are offering. I have only calculated 18,000 rupees dollars from them for the first year. Although the actual earning will be much more. It will not be so small.
So basically, 26 units, 3,000 rent and 3,000 food and services charges. So it's again 6,000.
6,000. I mean, it's not 8,000 like Masjid Mohammed or Rubella. And then plus, we don't have any pluses. We are not asking for any loan. On top of that, next please, outflow. So other sources. As I said, while we are collecting money, this is what I had in mind. Annual donation collected by fundraiser, we collect 1 lakh, nearly 1 lakh every year. So I just kept it at 1 lakh per year. Special donation collected from fundraising. Now this is where we come in, we collect this money. This is from 10 units selling to public and 16 units to financial institutions. Next please, outflow. Now these are the charges. For mess charges, we will be spending $468,000, staff salaries and benefits $180,000, utilities, electric, gas and electricity will be $24,000, telephone and postage $2,400, facility maintenance including insurance $100,000, selling and marketing $50,000, printing and stationery $50,000, entertainment $20,000, janitorial services and supplies and toiletries $120,000, miscellaneous expenses of a mess, something keeps on breaking, $50,000. Then the other expenses which I might not have thought of as yet, which will come up, is another $100,000. So this is how the cash outflow will look like. Now we have increased this every year. After every 5 years, we have increased the rent by 5% in the chart which he has made. We have increased the expenses after 2 years by 5% and things like that. So that we become close to natural as much as we can. Excuse me.
Instead of increasing rent after 5 years 5%, Nadeem knows that government won't allow this 5%. They have a cap every year. So instead of having 5% of 5 years, we have calculated 1% every year. So that will be within the provincial limit and it will be allowed.
So this is what this proposal looks like.
Entertainment में क्या मिलेगा?
इसके बाद
Entertainment में मिलेगा right now Masjid Mall has got a banner. Masjid Mall के बाहर बड़ा बोर्ड लगा हुआ है. Come and visit us and free lunch. Have free lunch with us and we'll give you a guided tour. And one more thing, when I asked these people that I want to move in now, they said we don't have any space for the next 1.5 years. Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
you go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
आपने तो you mentioned about some hurdles for this project. What about the water and sewage, because we do not have water from city over here and we do not have sewage as well.
That's what I said. I had 3 hurdles. Yeah. I said 3 hurdles. One was sewerage, one was parking, and one was getting the extension for the 3rd floor. When I am talking about sewage, I am talking about sewage and water.
We are doing a similar project in GTA. The solution is for the water supply, you have to have your own pumping, and for the sewerage, you have your dry beds. That's what we are practicing in other areas.
Okay.
So you have to spread the sewerage, convert into liquid first, solid into liquid, and spread it on the surface, and it will evaporate. That is called dry bed.
So is it going to increase our operational?
Yes. We have kept $100,000, $1 million, especially for sewage and parking.
And you have a funeral project as well in this?
Yes. Funeral will not be done here. See, washing of the body will be done.
There will be a lots of conditions to the city.
Yeah, I know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, because over here there is no any city water here, so that will be the biggest challenge.
No, we'll solve it when we come to it. Inshallah.
मतलब भाई जब मुझे सवाल है पूछना है, आप जब कहते हैं ह्यूज प्रोजेक्ट बनाना है हमने यहाँ, आपके पास जो जगह जो आप बता रहे हैं वो तो बहुत कम जगह है आपके पास उस हिसाब से, तो जिस तरह के आप जो दिखा रहे हैं यहाँ पे, क्या हम ये करना चाहते हैं, इस तरह से बनाना चाहते हैं?
बेटा हमने ये यहाँ पे देखे ना क्या किया हमने यहाँ पर डायग्राम दिखाया था, हमने जो हमारे पास जगह अवेलेबल है, जो गवर्नमेंट की रिस्ट्रिक्शंस है, इतने फुट पीछे छोड़ दो, इतने साइड पे छोड़ दो, इतना आगे फ्रंट पे 35% छोड़ो, वो हमने छोड़ के बनाया है सारा। हमारा जो प्रोजेक्ट बन रहा है, ये बन रहा है 100 कितना फीट है, 100 फीट वाइड, जबकि हमारे पास जगह है 175 फीट। ये फिर जगह छोड़ दी है जो सिटी रिक्वायरमेंट्स।
So 1/3, how much space we have to leave? 1/3, right?
अबाउट 35%।
35, yeah.
अबाउट जो हमने जगह छोड़ दी है, हमने वी हैव गॉन अकॉर्डिंग टू द सिटी क्राइटेरिया। हमने इससे पहले आपको दिखाया था कि सिटी के क्या क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है, हम कितना बना सकते हैं, कितना नहीं बना सकते हैं। वी हैव drawn all this not on hypothesis but on actual inches and feet सिटी के ऊपर restrictions के ऊपर।
Mazhar bhai, sorry to say that, but this project sounds too commercial.
It is an ambitious project. Ambitious project. It's a very big project. And just to think of it sometimes scares you.
नहीं, आप इतनी आसानी से कहते हैं कि हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा जब आप कहते हैं तो उसके पीछे क्या चीज़ें होती हैं। जैसे कह रहे हैं पानी का, जैसे मैं खुद सिटी के अंदर रह रहा हूँ, मैं चीज़ों को डील कर रहा हूँ। मेरे पास जो है टोटल 7 एकड़ की जगह है, मैं सोच रहा था वहाँ प्लॉटिंग करने के लिए, मैं डील कर रहा हूँ सिटी, तकरीबन मुझे साल हो गया है, मेरा तो एक स्टेप भी आगे नहीं बढ़ सका है।
नहीं बढ़ा, अभी तो उनका नहीं बढ़ा भी, वजीर वालों का।
ठीक है, हाँ, तो वो तो चीज़ें तो इतनी आसान नहीं है, इतनी आसानी से आप बता रहे हैं कि हो जाएगा।
But we don't want anything from the city.
मैं आपको सिटी के बगैर आप तो आगे बढ़ ही नहीं सकते।
क्यों नहीं कर सकते? We are going to have our own water.
कैसे
Drink water.
कहाँ से ओन वाटर लेके आएंगे आप?
वो छोड़ दो, हर चीज़ के हल
नहीं, देखिए छोड़ने की बात नहीं होती ना।
My friend, you're doing all the affairs by yourself maybe. For all this stuff you have to hire a consultant. There is a design management firms who brings you your design in the margins of the city.
मेरा बहुत सिंपल सवाल है, पानी कहाँ से आएगा?
पानी you have to pump it out. आपको जमीन से
भी उसकी लिमिट है आपके पास
जी,
उसकी भी लिमिट है आपके पास कि आप इतना डीप जा सकते हैं, इतनी बड़ी मशीन यूज कर सकते हैं।
Exactly, उसकी लिमिट्स होती है। पहले you have to first start with your hydrological study. हाइड्रोलॉजिकल स्टडी के बाद उसका आपका जो ऑक्यूपेंट्स स्टडी है, हाउ मेनी ऑक्यूपेंट्स विल बी यूजिंग दिस फैसिलिटी, हाउ मच पर कैपिटा water is required, how much per capita sewage is going to be pumped out, how much per capita is drinking water, how much per capita is the fire water. All this study comes together to give you a figure, and on that figure you have to pump it out, pump your water out of the ground. So this all involves certain consultants who can give you justification what you're going to construct in this land. This is the way the game is going on.
So Rashid bhai, sorry. So you will pump out, but then maybe the water is not good. So you have to have a treatment as well, right?
The start point is you have to do a hydrological study. This is start point. And then it defines what you have to do.
Okay.
Actually, when we will apply for the zoning, they will give us a complete list.
We have a,
Yes.
fortunately there is no need for rezoning. The zone is already institutional zones, a religious institutional zone, so we don't need rezoning of this land.
Okay. Maybe आपने इस पे काम किया हो। मेरा क्वेश्चन था थोड़ा सा, वो तो जब आप when we enter into that phase, we will understand that. Idea मेरा ये था कि the core of the project, what I am seeing, is the retirement homes.
That is called. Sorry.
Let me just explain. Or it's a wonderful idea, frankly. But thank you very much for sharing this with me. मेरा इसमें छोटा सा एक point है कि if you can add a nursing facility within your project, it will actually be a plus for the retirement homes, because if you don't have a nursing facility within your facility, then I think ये थोड़ा सा compromise.
Let me explain this to everybody. One more please. What Tariq Sahib is saying is very, very true. When I was studying these projects, when I went to the website of Aspera Retirement Home, when I went to the website of Amica, the Rivera, and others, now when I went to their website and started looking at what they are offering, and it took me hours and hours to study all these. What I found was that they are saying that we have a plus point. We are offering you the senior citizen who at the age of 60 comes to a retirement home. After 70, he might require some additional nursing, additional things. And so we are not telling you to move out. We are moving you to another floor or another place in the same building where we are going to offer you these services also. So what he is saying is true, because that is one plus point which 2 or 3 big companies, they have put up on their website. And they have emphasized on it. Because that's a very good, very real need. When a person comes to you, maybe he is 70, 60, he is 65, he is fit. He can afford to live alone. But then suddenly he gets a stroke. Now what will happen to him? Shall we turn him out, throw him out? What do we do? What he has said is in my mind. I had thought, when I read these websites, I thought that this is something which we have to do. And that's why I said 1 floor. So I said, maybe we'll have to have 1 floor, dedicated 1 floor for nursing home care, for people of that kind. But then, that brings to us another problem. If you add to a nursing home, then the requirements for senior living will start changing.
I'm not asking for the nursing home. I'm saying nursing facility.
Facility.
Just a nursing facility. Because nursing home एक बिल्कुल
different चीज़ है, बिल्कुल different चीज़ है. You just can't do that. You can't afford to do that. Yes, nursing facilities will be there. They will be there. Without issue.
I have a question. Looking at this project with 26 senior home facilities is going to be a sustainable project for the community and the people that we can serve. I'm looking at it, why not we have all these 3 floors with 326 floors in order to produce enough income so NLIC can have another place which is centered in the city, produces the center as a banquet hall and the mosque facility right down there, but this comprised all as a retirement home. It's away from the city, it's a secluded, you have reduced parking spaces to be allocated and reduced water and sewage.
The point is, where do I get the money? Nobody's going to give me money for making a nursing home. People are going to give me money for making a mosque.
I'm not saying nursing home, the units.
Nobody's going to give me money for that. There are so many people sitting with plots, they want to build, and no bank finances them. Nobody's going to give you money for that. What people will give me money for is for the mosque. And we are going to build the mosque with that money, not with the financing we are going to get with the apartments. We are concentrating, when we ask you for $3 million, we are asking you to build the basement and the first ground floor. That is the mosque and the wuzukhana. Nothing else.
गुजारिश ये है कि अगर आप कोशिश करें इन दोनों घरों में से साइड से अगर दोनों में से कि आपको मिल जाए इतना बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट है इन फ्यूचर के लिए उसको एक्सपेंड करने के लिए
हम मुस्तकिल कोशिश करेंगे. हाँ, एकदम मुस्तकिल कोशिश करेंगे. As whenever we get a chance, we are going to come to you. You listen, this is up for sale. Let's buy it. We will not let it go, inshallah. But we can't force anybody to sell. We have to wait.
60,000 एक्स्ट्रा उनको ऑफर कर दो हो सकता है दे दें आपको either one on this side or that side.
You know what? Sorry, what's your name? Sorry,
Gulam
bhai. So I think when they will see like there is a construction going on, maybe they would like to
लेकिन मैं वो उससे पहले अभी शुरू नहीं हुआ ना कुछ भी हमें पार्किंग की प्रॉब्लम है हमें इसी वजह से पार्किंग की जरूरत है.
Gulam bhai, why you are increasing the price? Why you are increasing the price?
No, but my side.
When you force someone.
नहीं जब कुछ स्टार्ट करोगे तो वो तो नहीं देंगे अगर अभी से अगर आप कहेंगे हमें पार्किंग की प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है आपको दे दें.
As the president of says that when we start the construction, then they may automatically go into that.
ये प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट भी नहीं हो सकता बगैर परमिशन के उनकी. जब तक आप उनकी परमिशन नहीं लेंगे आप नहीं करेंगे जब तक आप स्टार्ट भी नहीं कर सकते.
जी सर.
हाँ जी मजहर भाई, माशाल्लाह बड़ा अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट आपने जो बनाया है, सही आपने रिसर्च की होगी. तो हम पहले भी ये रिलीजियस आपने बनाई है तो हम आपके साथ हैं. तो अगर वही कॉन्सेप्ट रहता है तो हम आपके साथ.
बिल्कुल, असल बात ये कंसेप्ट हमारा वही है. हमारा कंसेप्ट क्या है कि हम जो है वो NLIC को ऐसी जगह बना दें जहाँ पर इस्लाम की नमाज हो. अब इसका क्या हुआ, 5 वक्त नमाज हो रही है ये बनने से, ऊपर लोग रह रहे हैं और नमाज पढ़ने आ रहे हैं नीचे. जब वो 5 वक्त पूरी रहेगी, इमाम होगा, 5 वक्त नमाज हो रही होगी, लोग बाहर से भी आना शुरू कर देंगे और आस्ता आस्ता 3-4 साल में कमेटी बड़ी होगी, जगह और आबाद हो जाएगी. और दूसरी बात ये जो ऊपर जो बने अभी ऐसा लग रहा है कि हम ज़्यादा जोर पे दे रहे हैं, तो मुझे एक्सप्लेन करने में देर लग रही है. एक्चुअली उस पर जोर नहीं दे रहे. हम जोर हमारे सारी कॉन्सेंट्रेशन सर्विस ऑफ कम्युनिटी बाय NLIC और दीज 2 लोअर फ्लोर्स है जो मस्जिद और वो है. हमारी सारी कॉन्सेंट्रेशन यहाँ पे यही रहेगी, यही हमारा गोल है.
जहाँ आप ये कह रहे हैं ना कि यहाँ पे मस्जिद पहले बनेगी, फिर उसके बाद बाकी फैसिलिटीज़ बनेंगी, बैंक्वेट हॉल बनेगा, तो अगर आपको उस बिजनेस पॉइंट से देख रहे हैं, तो जहाँ आप किसी को फैसिलिटेट कर रहे हैं कि वो आपकी छत पे आके रह रहा है, तो उनके लिए प्रॉब्लम होगा कि नीचे बैंक्वेट हॉल ऑपरेट हो रहा है और ऊपर आपके सीनियर्स रह रहे हैं। जब आपके जब आपके सीनियर्स ऊपर रह रहे होंगे ना, तो नीचे की आवाज़ जब ऊपर जाएगी तो वो भी अनकंफर्टेबल होंगे।
ठीक है, आपकी बात काफ़ी तक सही है, आपको निगेट नहीं कर सकता इसको, मगर देर ऑलवेज हर गुलाब के साथ काटे होते हैं।
नहीं, अगर हम उस हिसाब से देखें, वो हर गुलाब के साथ काटे जरूर होते हैं,
तो कुछ थोड़ा बहुत आपको बता दें। मुझे आपसे मुझे एक साहब का क्वेश्चन किया, जब आप मस्जिद को आप खोल रहे हैं इस तरीके से कि पीछे खुल के बहुत बड़ा हो जाएगा, तो हॉल तो छोटी होगी बीच में, तो जब आप बैंक्वेट हॉल हो रहा है, मगरिबी या इशा की नमाज़ पढ़ रहे हैं, तो हम कैसे नमाज़ पढ़ेंगे? वी आर द सेम फ्लोर, ऊपर की तो बाद में बात करें, कल यहाँ की बात करें। तो उसके लिए हर चीज़ का हल होता है। आपने देखा होगा कई जगह आप बैंक्वेट हॉल में जाते हैं, सागर में 2 हॉल साथ साथ चल रहे हैं, मगर एक हॉल की आवाज़ दूसरे हॉल में नहीं आ रही, और कहीं आ रही होती है और कहीं नहीं आ रही होती, कहीं नहीं आ रही होती है, कहीं आ रही होती है। यहाँ नहीं आ रही होती है, उसका प्रॉपर अरेंजमेंट नहीं किया होता है, डिवाइडिंग वॉल को सही तरह नहीं बनाया होता, उसको एज पर कंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं किया होता। हमने ये बात डिस्कस की है अपने आर्किटेक्ट से, उन्होंने कहा कि हम ऐसी बात
solution to this. Can I?
Yeah, sure.
There are certain solutions. One is when you know there is some activities going downstairs, you have to keep your floors soundproof. So there is a set material that can absorb the sound. That is a technical solution. Then there is some legitimation that you cannot make sound from let's say 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. It is all over Ontario. You can make a noise in between that period. That period is going to be a comfort zone for all the public. But the gentleman raised that point that we have to take consent of the neighbors. I have to add some more in this. Not only the neighbors, you have to consult and engage First Nation as well. So we have to make a public meeting for the neighbors and for the First Nation separate. So we need their consent as well, that we are going to build a religious center over here, and are they okay with our concept? If they say no, the whole plan is no. If they say yes, so this is a big hurdle. Yeah.
But you cannot do it on your own. You will have to file your case with the city, and city then will arrange those public consultation meetings.
The protocol is city asks some archaeological consultant to engage the First Nation. The way they operate. So yes, we cannot go
because
direct.
मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ कि I'm the chair for the ITCAC. We look at the infrastructure project for the city of London. We discuss and then this is our daily routine. So कोई भी जब इस तरह की planning application आएगी, उसका एक process है कि आपने public के पास जाना है. सबसे पहले city 200 जो मीटर आपका radius है उसमें भेज देगी. ओके जी ये उसके बाद वो एक
Shall I give you the list of neighbors? Is 400, 500, whatever.
जब आप application भेजेंगे, it will go into planning. Then they will come up with a list.
Pre-consultation meeting, that is called pre-consultation.
तो उसमें बड़ी learning होगी और बहुत कुछ होगा.
My firm is doing this business since 20 years. We are doing design management and construction management.
I agree. लेकिन ये इतना अच्छा project है और ये होना चाहिए. I'm for it. लेकिन it will take time.
उसकी एक और रीज़न भी है कि क्योंकि आपके पास जगह कम है, क्योंकि जहाँ आप 3 चीज़ों को ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं ना, कि अगर आप बैंक्वेट हॉल की बात करते हैं तो वहाँ पे 200 लोग नहीं होंगे, वहाँ अगर 300 आ गए तो आपके लिए पार्किंग का इशू एकदम शुरू हो जाएगा। और जहाँ पे आप मस्जिद की बात करते हैं तो मस्जिद अगर आपने वो कॉन्सेप्ट रखना है कि अगर मस्जिद के अंदर आपको 100 लोगों की आपकी कैपेसिटी है, आपके जहन में अगर 100 लोगों की कैपेसिटी है और 150 आ गए या 125 आ गए, आपके लिए सबसे बड़ा मसला यहाँ पे खड़ा हो जाएगा। क्योंकि मैं सबके सामने ही बात करता हूँ कि किसी को मेरी बात अफेंड ना करें, हम मुसलमानों का सबसे बड़ा मसला ये है कि हम सबसे बड़े बदतमीज़ हैं। उसकी रीज़न ये है, उसकी सबसे बड़ी रीज़न ये है कि हम अपने आप को एक मुस्लिम, एक इस्लामिक एम्बेसडर शो नहीं करते। उसकी एक और रीज़न ये है कि हमारे अगर पड़ोस में नॉन मुस्लिम्स अगर होते हैं اگر انہوں نے ہمیں جگہ دے دی ہوتی ہے کہ آپ اپنی گاڑی یہاں پہ پارک کر دیں، کیونکہ مظہر صاحب اچھے آدمی ہیں، تو ان کی وجہ سے اگر ان کو ادھر سے ہمیں جگہ مل گئی کہ رمضان میں ہمیں یہاں پہ پارکنگ کرنے کی جگہ مل جائے گی، تو ہوگا کیا کہ جب لوگ جا رہے ہوں گے واپس نماز پڑھ کے تو اپنی خالی پانی کی بوتلیں ان کی پارکنگ میں چھوڑ کے جائیں گے، اور اپنے گاربیج کا اگر انہوں نے بریانی کے ڈبے دیے ہیں تو وہ بریانی گاڑی میں کھائیں گے اور ڈبہ وہاں پہ چھوڑ کے جائیں گے۔ یہ ہم لوگوں کی ایک بہت بڑی کمزوری ہے۔ ہمیں اگر آس پاس کی سراؤنڈنگ دیکھنی ہے نا تو اس میں ہمیں یہ پروجیکٹ ہے میری نظر میں، باقی ہو سکتا ہے کہ میرے ساتھ لوگ اختلاف کریں، کہ میری نظر میں یہ مطلب فیزیبل نہیں ہے یہاں کے لیے، کیونکہ ہمارے پاس اگر 10 ایکڑ زمین ہوتی بائی آل مین یہ پروجیکٹ بہت اچھا ہے، لیکن اگر ہم چھوٹی زمین کے اوپر اتنا بڑا پروجیکٹ لے کے آ رہے ہیں تو اس کے لیے ہمارے پاس اتنی ہرڈلز ہوں گی کہ جو ہم سوچ رہے ہیں نا ہماری سوچ سے کہیں آگے چلا جائے گا۔
بالکل صحیح کہہ رہے ہیں
میں نے بھی یہ بات کی کہ جگہ بہت کم ہے ہمارے۔
میں آغا بھائی کی بات کو ایک سیکنڈ کرتے ہوئے ایک بات ایڈ کروں گا کہ میں ہمیشہ سے اگینسٹ رہا ہوں کہ کوئی اسٹرپ مال میں آپ جو ہے سینٹر بنا دو اور پھر جو ہے وہ پرابلم people are parking haphazardly and every shopkeeper, every business is affected and they will knock your door every day. What's going on? Why people are parking?
You had two options on this property. Can you show us the second option?
The second option on this property was build it slowly and gradually as time goes by.
But is there a plan for that or?
No, there is no plan. I didn't make any plan for that.
اچھا آپ نے جب یہ پروجیکٹ شروع کیا تھا تو اس کے بیسس کیا تھے کہ مسجد بنے گی وہ یہ مطلب اسی کانسیپٹ میں آیا تھا؟
اسی کانسیپٹ میں آیا تھا کہ ہم
کمیونٹی کے لیے نا، تو اگر ہم یہ جو بھی ابھی آپ نے جو بیان کیا نا یہ سارا ایز اے بزنس اسٹرکچر لگ رہا ہے، ٹھیک ہے، لیکن اگر ہم اس کو اس سے ہم نے لکھا نا کہ اسلامک سینٹر کے حساب سے، تو ایکسکیوز می اگر ہم اسلامک سینٹر کے حساب سے بات کرتے ہیں نا تو اگر ہم نے گرو کرنا ہے، آج ہم ہیں کل نہیں ہیں ہمیں نہیں پتا، لیکن ہماری جو جنریشن ہے نا، یا ہم سب یہاں بڑے بیٹھے ہوئے ہیں، ہمیں کوئی ینگسٹرز میرا تھا 2-3 بچے مجھے نظر آئے ہیں پیچھے، لیکن یہاں پہ جو ہے نا یہ سب سے بڑا ڈرا بیک کیا ہے اس کینیڈا کے اندر کہ ہماری جنریشن جو ہے وہ آگے نہیں آ رہی، اور جب اگر ہم نے ان کو لے کے آنا ہے نا تو پہلے آپ کو جو ہے نا مسجد کو ڈیولپ کرنا ہے، اگر آپ نے مسجد کی گروتھ ڈیولپ نہیں کی ہے نا تو دس پروجیکٹ ول ناٹ سسٹین۔
میں آپ سے کمپلیٹ ڈس ایگری کرتا ہوں۔
اچھا نہیں دیکھیں آپ کا مجھے نہیں پتا کتنا ایکسپیرینس ہے اس میں، لیکن میرا تھوڑا سا ایکسپیرینس ہے، میں اس لیے بتا رہا ہوں۔
آپ صحیح کہہ رہے ہیں بھائی صاحب، آپ بالکل صحیح۔
دیکھیں ہمارے یہاں پہ جو بہت سارے ہم لوگوں نے پروجیکٹ کیے ہیں یہاں پہ، میں بھی کسی کے ساتھ ایفیلیٹڈ ہوں، اور مجھے ہم لوگ جو فیس کرتے ہیں نا میں آپ کو وہ ریالٹی بتا رہا ہوں، کیونکہ یہ چھوٹی کمیونٹی ہے، یہاں پہ ہو سکتا ہے تھوڑا سا چل جائے، لیکن جہاں پہ آپ کی بڑی کمیونٹی ہوتی ہے نا وہاں پہ چیلنجز زیادہ ہوتے ہیں، ان سے ہمیں سبق سیکھنا چاہیے۔ ہم لوگوں نے بہت سبق سیکھے ہیں اپنے جو ہم لوگوں نے پرابلم سالو کی ہیں وہاں پہ بیٹھ کے۔ آپ لوگوں سے بھی یہی ریکویسٹ ہے کہ یہاں پہ اگر ہم لوگ اس طرح کا پروجیکٹ کرتے ہیں نا تو آپ پہلے مسجد کو، مجھے 1 سال آئے ہوا ہے یہاں پہ اس کمیونٹی میں رہتے ہوئے، مجھے یہاں پہ ابھی تک دیکھیں میں یہاں جمعے کی نماز پڑھنے کے لیے مسیساگا واپس جاتا ہوں، اس کی ایک ریزن یہ ہے کہ یہاں پہ ہونے کے باوجود میں جب یہ شروع میں آیا تھا نا تو میری آپ سے پہلی ملاقات ہوئی تھی، اور میں نے
آپ ریکارڈ کریں
جی
پہلے اجازت تو لے لیں سب سے،
وہ یہ کرتے تھے،
یہ تو مسیساگا نہیں ہے نا۔
اچھا میں یہ کہہ رہا ہوں کہ یہاں پہ جو ہے نا اس جگہ کے اندر یہاں پہ ہمیں کم از کم ایک مسجد کو ایسے طریقے سے ڈیولپ کر لینا چاہیے تاکہ ہمارے جو ہے نا جتنے مسلمان بہن بھائی یہاں پہ آس پاس رہتے ہیں وہ اپنے بچوں کو لے کے آئے نا تاکہ آپ کی جو ہے نا کافی ساری چیزیں نا سامنے آ جائیں۔
صاحب آپ کے پاس کوئی آئیڈیا ہے ہاؤ ٹو اٹریکٹ دی ینگ جنریشن؟
ینگ جنریشن دیکھیں جی آپ کے پاس اچھے اسپیکرس ہونے چاہیے، اچھے امام ہونے چاہیے۔ سب سے پہلے جو ہے نا امام اگر آپ کے پاس نہیں ہے مسجد کے اندر تو پھر آپ بول رہے ہیں آپ کی مسجد ہے، دیکھیں میں کھڑا ہو کے پڑھا لوں گا، آپ پڑھا لیں گے، یہ پڑھا لیں گے، سب لوگ نماز پڑھا سکتے ہیں اور سب کو پڑھانی چاہیے، لیکن ہمارے پاس اگر کوئی نالجیبل بندہ سامنے بیٹھا ہوا ہوگا نا، چاہے مسجد کھلی بھی ہے، کوئی نمازی آ رہا ہے یا نہیں آ رہا ہے، اگر مسجد کے اندر امام بیٹھا ہوا ہے آپ سمجھ جائیں گے وہاں پہ مسجدیں جو ہے نا چلنا شروع ہو جائیں گی۔
اچھا ٹھیک ہے، آپ آگے کوئی اور سب کچھ کرنا چاہتے ہیں؟ اچھا بولیں۔
تھینک یو مدھو بھائی، سب سے پہلے تو اٹس ویری انٹرسٹنگ، 2-3 پوائنٹس میں بھی آئی مس دا فرسٹ پارٹ آف اٹ، لیکن آپ نے اوریجنلی یہ کہا تھا کہ اس آپشن میں اس پروگرام کے ایکسپینشن کے لیے $16 million are required. and you said that you are going to collect $3 million, जो कि आप फंडिंग से करेंगे, और बाकी जो $5 million होंगे वो जो फाउंडर्स होंगे उनकी सेल्स में
सारे पैसों से आएंगे, $13 million रेज करेंगे,
$13 million
फ्रॉम फाइनेंशियल बेस एंड गवर्नमेंट।
ठीक है, तो ये तो एक मुझे लगता है ये है कि ये जो ऑप्शन है यू आर ऑलरेडी गॉन क्वाइट फार इनटू दैट, लेकिन वो जो पहला आपका एक जो ऑप्शन था जिसमें कि सिटी में कोई ऑप्शन देखने वाली बात थी, उसके एक्सपेंसेस को आपने वर्कआउट किया या देखा है? या
उसको देखा, मैं सबसे पहली बात है उसका मैं $7.5 million चाहिए राइट अवे वो खरीदने के लिए,
Within 1 year.
which we are never going to get from this community.
Okay.
It's out of question कि हमें ये हमारी लंदन कम्युनिटी $7.5 million दे रही है।
ये पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं हो सकती कि आप इस एग्जिस्टिंग लोकेशन को सेल करके और फिर कोई चीज खरीद सकें?
यहाँ से आपको कितने पैसे मिल जाएंगे?
नहीं, I don't know. I'm asking.
You will get about $500,000.
Yeah.
500,000?
Yeah. Or maybe 600.
Maybe 600.
Maybe 600.
Not more
than that. एक और छोटी सी बात है, what I have seen or what I have observed so far, we do not have community outreach in this location. That's the first thing which I have found out in 2-3 years.
4 years.
4 years. Like, so far we haven't reached the masses. First of all, as Agha Bhai said, we have to reach masses first. That's what I think. Anyway.
आप कुछ कह रहे थे, बार-बार आप उठा रहे हैं, बोल रहे हैं।
अब मैं ये कह रहा था कि कम्युनिटी माशाल्लाह में पता है बड़ी सपोर्ट करती है, पहले भी उन्होंने किया, आगा साहब अभी नए आए हैं, इनको नहीं इतना लंदन का पता, तो पहले भी मदर भाई ने बड़ी मेहनत की है, सब फाउंडर्स जो हैं उनने की है, और इंशाल्लाह आपने अगर इतना वर्क किया तो अगर समझते हैं पॉसिबल है, कॉन्सेप्ट सेम है तो सही है।
बस बात ये इसमें एक बात बताऊँ आपको, इसमें ये कि $1 लाख हमारा पहले खर्च जाएगा बिफोर वी इवन स्टार्ट मूविंग, और वो $1 लाख हमारा हर हाल में खर्च होना है। अगर हम इसको अभी एक कहें ना, हमें एक हॉल में बनाना है 2000 स्क्वायर फुट का, अभी हमें फिर भी जो टेक्निकल सर्वे और ये सारी सर्विस हमें कंसीडर से करानी पड़ेगी।
मैं अपना मदर भाई का बहुत अप्रिशिएट करता हूँ, इन्होंने बहुत वर्क हार्ड किया है, और इंशाल्लाह एवरीथिंग इज पॉसिबल, नथिंग एल्स। ओके, ये जो प्रोजेक्ट है इंशाल्लाह यही प्रोजेक्ट बनेगा। ये जो है ना कि नमाजी आते हैं जाते हैं, मैं यहाँ पे देखा है कि साउथ इस्लामिक सेंटर जब बना था वहाँ पे भी एक ही नमाजी जाता था।
सही बात।
आज अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह वहाँ पे मज़हब लाइनें लगी हुई हैं। ये एरिया आउट ऑफ सिटी नहीं है, इज इन सिटी। ओके
नाज भाई, रिस्पेक्टफुली मैं आपसे इख्तलाफ करूँगा। हमारे सामने 2 प्रोजेक्ट बने,
हाँ जी,
मैक गिल्सब्रो, हमारे नमाजी कहाँ हैं?
अल्ताफ भाई बात तो सुनो,
हमारे नमाजी कहाँ
वो बात जो आप कह रहे हैं, अभी ये प्रोजेक्ट क्योंकि रास्ते में मस्जिदें बन गई हैं, 2 वो उन्होंने सेंटर बनाए हैं, वहाँ पे आदमी वहाँ पे भी जाएंगे। नमाजी हमारे अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मुसलमान जो है ना इतनी जाते हैं, वहाँ पे भी जाके देखें ना तो फ्राइडे को वही आदमी होते हैं, 5 नमाज के वहाँ पे भी नहीं होती। लेकिन मैक वाले कितना अर्सा हो गया है कि दे हैव ए प्लेस इन बिहाइंड द हाउ लॉन्ग इज
तो वही तो मैं कह रहा हूं ना,
वो कितना अर्सा हो गया है, एक मिनट, लेकिन दे आर कंटिन्यू टू फर्दर, दे आर नॉट स्टॉप, दे डोंट स्टॉप, यू हैव टू कीप कंटिन्यू, बी ए पॉजिटिव। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह इंशाल्लाह ताला मदर भाई and we are together, we will be done this.
देखिए, ये आप जो बातें कर रहे हैं नासर, मैं आपके खिलाफ इसलिए करता हूँ कि जो प्रोजेक्ट होते हैं वो जज्बात में आके नहीं बनते,
जज्बात में नहीं,
ठीक है। आप ये जो हम जो बातें कर रहे हैं, हम ये कह रहे हैं कि हो जाएगा, ऐसे कर लेंगे, वैसे कर लेंगे।
जी बिल्कुल, आपने कैसे भाई, मैं आपको बताऊँ, हिदर भाई बात ये है कि दिस इज नॉट मतलब कोई फ्रस्ट्रेटर और जज्बात नहीं है। कितना अर्सा हो गया, 4 साल से नहीं, ये 8 साल।
देखिए, उनकी एफर्ट को कोई शक नहीं कर रहा, हम वो बात ही नहीं कर रहे कि उनकी एफर्ट पे मैं डाल
नहीं, वो जब ये आए थे ना उस वक्त एक आदमी भी इनके साथ नहीं था।
बिल्कुल सही,
बिल्कुल सही।
नहीं आदमी के साथ नहीं, इनके साथ अभी भी लोग साथ हैं इनके साथ।
If you want to keep continue argue, you cannot done anything.
बिल्कुल सही।
If you argue is there.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
आंसर को पहले से बड़ी देर से वेट कर रहे हैं।
So in my opinion, okay, alhamdulillah, everybody appreciates this project. Yes. Many gatherings, many meetings we go, many people, their parents, father, mother, they are growing old, and they have a sense that we should have a project like this in our community. They can get halal food, they can pray on time with Jamaat, everything, alhamdulillah. Having said that, when we speak and we talk to different people, they say when we start a project, whether it is a halal restaurant or anything else, community in the beginning they say we should have it. When we start that, then people do not support.
Nobody.
So let me finish, inshallah. So can we do a quick, for example, in next 2-3 months or 1 month, for example, some sort of feasibility. If let's say we have the facility ready as of tomorrow, for example, you send a message in the group and advertise it in different places. We will have 26 units. Are people ready, 26 families, to pay $6,000 to $7,000, $8,000 every month and send their father or mother or parents, both of them, to stay here? When we will do the feasibility in a couple of months' time, you will know how many people are really interested. Let's say after 2 months only, you get 2 parents. They say, okay, we will move. Because if you are talking about 6,000, 7,000 every month, they have other expenses as well, not just to stay. So ideally, whoever will end up staying here, he has to have at least 9,000-10,000 every month
in pockets
to be able to come and live here, to pay 6,000-7,000 including food here, and another 1,000 or 2,000 to spend elsewhere. So I'm not saying no one will be restricted. I may be wrong. As an exercise, we can always go in the community and ask. We have the units ready. Are you willing to send your parents? Because normally what happens in our minds, we say, oh, my brother is in Pakistan, he is in Bangladesh. They will say, वालिदैन को उन्होंने उसमें डाल दिया, खुद के कितने लोग उसका अच्छा एक मेरा एक दो सवाल है मैं करूँगा गलत भी हो सकता हूँ. So let us do this exercise to see what is the response from the community we will get. How many people will be willing to send their parents and pay 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 every month for them to stay here? Number one. Number two, as you said, each condo will be sold for 500,000. Because I am little bit involved with Noor Gardens and that MAC project in the south. Since 2012, when they announced we have acquired the land, people, mashallah, generously they started donating. Now when you go and talk to those people, they are very angry. They say since 2012 we have been giving and giving and giving and giving, until now nothing has happened. Because there was a big delay because of the sewage with the city. Yes. They had to spend so much amount which they were not willing to do. And city was saying, you have to do that. Okay. So we have, this project is a very big project. We will have many hiccups on the way. People who will be giving their donations and money, and this is a reality, we don't want them after 10 years to say very bad things, that there was a guy, Mazhar, and he collected so much donation and now nothing is on the surface. And this money we would have spent somewhere else, we would have benefited. So can we have some sort of feasibility?
Can I
because at any point, sewerage, soil test, this water well issue, the project can be stopped.
Let me answer.
So this is my concern. I'm not saying it's not good, bad project.
Let me answer you. The second part first. The second question first. I'll answer that first. The second question is that when am I going to ask? Yes. So when is the second question first? In the Noor Gardens, people invested money since 2012, and till today nothing has been done. So people are very angry. Now the thing is that we are not going to ask anybody for any money till we get the feasibility done and we have the government approval. We will not ask anybody for any money. This is what we said very first day when I cast a session and we started doing this. I said I'm not going to ask even a single penny from anyone. और इसीलिए मैंने आपको बताया था अभी कि 1 लाख रुपया हमारा पहला खर्चा है जो कि हमने करना है, और वो हमें हर हाल में करना है, चाहे हम यहाँ पे ये प्रोजेक्ट बनाएं या हम खाली इसको एक्सटेंड करें, एक हॉल बनाएं, वो 1 लाख रुपया खर्च हो जाता है क्योंकि जो टेक्निकल सर्वे वगैरह कुछ होने वो सब कुछ बने हुए हैं। तो हम जो है ना 1 लाख रुपया अपने पास में खर्च करेंगे और जब हमारे पास सारी परमिशन आ जाएंगे, एवरीथिंग विल बी रेडी। और हमने यहाँ से ये भी नहीं बल्कि हमने फाइनेंस भी अरेंज कर लिया होगा फाइनेंस कंपनी से, फिर हम आपके पास आएंगे जी अब ये हो गया हमारे पास। अभी हम पब्लिक को क्यों देना, सारे के सारे फाइनेंस कंपनी को क्यों नहीं देना चाहते हैं? उसकी वजह है फाइनेंस कंपनी को सारे के सारे प्रोजेक्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नहीं देना चाहती एक कंपनी को। वी डोंट पुट आवर एग्स इन वन बास्केट। फाइनेंस कंपनियाँ जो है इस्लामिक फाइनेंस उड़ जाती हैं, हम कहीं पता नहीं लगता कभी कब लिक्विडेशन चली गई, हमारे लिए प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी। खुदा ना खास्ता इसकी बात होगी तो वी वांट टू डिवाइड इनटू 3 पार्ट्स एटलीस्ट, 2 फाइनेंस कंपनीज एंड 1 जो मेरे जहन में आइडिया है, 1 पब्लिक, और अगर पब्लिक 10 से ज़्यादा खरीद लेगी हम वो भी दे देंगे। नंबर 2, अब आपने ये कहा कि क्या 26 फरवरी तैयार होंगी या क्या रहने को या नहीं तैयार। मैंने आपको भी पहले शुरू में बताया, मैंने इन लोगों को फ़ोन किया और मैंने कहा कि मैं 75 ईयर्स मेरी ओवर, 72 ईयर्स मेरी ओवर है, 73, और मैं मूव करना चाहता हूँ। कहना है मूविंग नाउ, तो मैं आपको क्या कहता हूँ, उनका 1.5 साल वेटिंग टाइम है, 1.5 साल वेटिंग टाइम है। अच्छा, उसके बाद फिर आप देखा रिटायरमेंट हो, देखें कितने हैं, सिर्फ लंदन देख लें कितने हैं। आप एक तरफ से शूज है, हाईब्रिड भी शूज है,
बहुत है जी, बहुत।
ये शू में आता है, फिर वो आ जाता है, वो क्या कहते हैं नोफिल के साथ, अभी वो मिस्त्री मॉल आ जाता है, वो पीछे, उसके बाद वो लेफ्ट के ऊपर पूरा
10-12
है।
मदर भाई उज़ैर कहने का मतलब था कि पाकिस्तानी फैमिली तैयार है अपने पेरेंट्स को यहाँ भेजने के लिए।
यार मेरी बात तो सुनना, मैं
पाकिस्तानी फैमिली देनी चाहिए,
मुझे पाकिस्तानी चाहिए ही नहीं आएगा ना,
वेलकम।
मेरे पास लोग पता है कहाँ से आएंगे। मैंने बात की है, अमेरिका में एक फर्म है जो कि पूरे अमेरिका को कर रही है, उसके रिटायरमेंट होना मौजूद है, उनको मैंने कहा ये, तो उनका हमें पता लगा है कि वहाँ पे सस्पेंशन में एक वो ओल्ड हेम बनाने की एक कोशिश कर रहे हैं मुसलमान और मुस्लिम ओनली, और वो उसको कह रहे हैं कि वो मुझे कह रहे हैं कि आप ये प्रोजेक्ट बनाते हो, प्रूफ कराते हो, ये हमें भेज दो। वो मांग रहे हैं मुझसे, हमें भी अप्रूव कराया था कि हमारे मुस्लिम्स हैं,
हम भेजने नहीं देंगे,
हम नहीं लेंगे, मुझे नहीं। 5% इस वक्त 5% रिटायरमेंट होम से मुसलमान रह रहे हैं, 5%
in London?
No, it's a big challenge. Not a way.
5% रिटायरमेंट से मुसलमान रह रहे हैं और सारे तंग पड़े हुए हैं।
ये सब
बहुत अट्रैक्शन है।
अच्छा, और उसके बाद ये हम खाली लंदन के लोगों को थोड़ी बता रहे हैं, हम तो इसको एडवर्टाइज करेंगे पूरे कनाडा में, पूरे अमेरिका में। हमारे पास लोग डेट्रॉइट से आएंगे, हमारे पास लोग पुणे से आएंगे।
It's a sold out project.
सोल्ड आउट प्रोजेक्ट है।
Sold out project. और दूसरी बात है कि देखें, we understand हर एक के अपने fears होते हैं, reservations होती हैं, it's a very nice thing. लेकिन मदर साहब जो बात करें ना, he is talking about the future generations. हमारे क्या और 10 साल 12 साल 20 साल, right? He is talking about future generations. और by the way, when there is a will, there is a way.
Yeah, there is. ये अपने बात है, और ये नहीं है, ये कल की बात नहीं है।
अब लंदन हॉस्पिटल पे $1 मिलियन देते हैं साल का, 1-2 साल।
मैं एक बात कहना चाहता हूँ और सबके सामने, मुझे याद है हम NLIC में जब आए थे और शुरू ये स्टार्ट किया, तो 1 लाख से 3 लाख डॉलर बनाने, वो समझने, आप इमेजिन करें कि हम 2.5 से 3 लाख की प्रॉपर्टी पे करते हुए, एवरीबडी वाज सो स्केप्टिकल, कोई यहाँ पे नहीं आएगा। आज अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह 4 साल के बाद हम यहाँ पे बैठे। Look at the big vision of Nazar Saab. We are in this mall and he is talking about $13 million. We should give kudos to him for thinking so big. इस हवाले से कि इतना comprehensive है, और मैं समझता हूँ मैंने भी कोई contribute नहीं किया, हम सब ने इतना कि मज़र साहब, रशीद साहब के साथ उन्होंने बकायदा इतनी डिटेल में they went on all those details in order to figure out how it can be sustainable. And I totally agree with the Tariq Khan sahab, it is a sold out project, and I totally agree with one concept of this कि अगर ये 26 units होते हैं तो ये खुद ही मस्जिद आबाद रहेगी और वही लोग उसको ऑपरेट करना शुरू कर देंगे विदाउट आउटसाइड, और ये फ्यूचर जनरेशन थोड़ी सी जो हिचकिचाहट है, which is right way, soil की, parking की, ये चीजें, which I think if hiring by, when you said consultant, there is a way.
Yeah, there is a way.
You figure it out. आप अपने कहीं पे नहीं समझ सकते, लेकिन professionals hire करेंगे, they will be able to figure out.
So without challenge you cannot run anywhere. There is a challenge. Okay? Challenge जो है वो hard काम है, जिसमें challenge नहीं है वो काम ही नहीं है।
बिल्कुल, बहुत बहुत kudos to you.
So बिल्कुल।
और एक और रिक्वेस्ट है कि जो बंदा डोनेशन देता है, मेरा नहीं ख्याल वो कभी भी क्वेश्चन करता है, वो डिले हो जाए आपका कोई काम को कुछ तो
हमारे पैसे मांगेंगे नहीं किसी से।
बिल्कुल,
हमने तो वैली चले जाना है, बिजली आएंगे वो रहेंगे, हमने तो वैली चले जाना है।
हाँ,
आप मांगेंगे तो अल्टीमेटली आपको पैसे
लेंगे आप रखें
नहीं आप
मिल जाएगी।
ये अफसल भाई जो बात कर रहे हैं कम्युनिटी ने हेल्प की है सर, आपको खुद पता है कि यहाँ पे 80,000 जमा करना मुश्किल हो गए थे।
और नहीं यार मुश्किल कुछ नहीं है कि इधर लगे
आप लोग प्रैक्टिकल बात करें, आप लोग जो है की बातें हो गई।
अभी पीसीए ने करवाया ग्राउंड के साथ यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने 2 दफा 3 दफा करवाया। 80,000 से वो अब नहीं गए।
73,000 तो
आप लोगों ने 73 की है।
ऐसे ही हमने कर लिया था, वो तो भी हमने
ऐसे ही होता है।
देखिएगा इसमें खाली हमारी कम्युनिटी नहीं देगी,
इसमें ये मुस्लिम
पूरा नॉर्थ अमेरिका देगा इसका।
मुस्लिम भी हो गया ना,
हम खाली यहाँ ट्रांसफर करेंगे।
मैं आपकी बात से इख्तिलाफ नहीं कर रहा, मैं आपकी बात को अप्रिशिएट कर रहा हूँ, आपके प्रोजेक्ट को अप्रिशिएट कर रहा हूँ, सब चीजें हो जाएंगी। लेकिन आप मुझे बताइए, आप खुद एडमिट कर रहे हैं कि जगह छोटी है हमारे पास, जगह तो कोई बड़ी नहीं कर सकता आपकी इस जगह को।
इंशाल्लाह
सर आपका पड़ोसी मकान बेच के किया, आपको पता भी नहीं चला, उसने मकान बेच दिया आपको, ठीक है, दूसरे नहीं बेच सकता। मैं आपको ये बात तो कह रहा हूँ, प्रैक्टिकल बातें
इंशाल्लाह जब यहाँ पे रहने लगेंगी ना ये बहुत भाग जाएंगे।
नहीं यार ये सब बातें ना कर भाग जाएंगी।
ये वही कह रहा हूँ, अगर दोनों साइडों में
यार अल्लाह पे तो अकल भी तो
जगह छोटी है सर, ये जगह
पीछे वाले से ले लेंगे ना यार,
पीछे वाले से ले लेंगे। बिल्कुल सही,
पीछे वाले उसका टॉट ले भैया, उसका पीस ले सर।
अब बात सुनिए, ऐसे बहस करने का फायदा कोई
इसको
ऐसे जो है आगे चलना है। आज की हम मीटिंग को इसको कंक्लूड करते हैं।
सर वो वाला मिसरा दोबारा कह रहे थे बोल के साथ काटने
गुलाब
इसका जोड़े
नेक्स्ट स्टेप बताएं, नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या है?
नेक्स्ट स्टेप आप बताएं बस।
ऐसा करते हैं कि हम आप लोगों को टाइम देते हैं, 1 महीने का टाइम देते हैं, जिसमें आप लोग सोच लें, किसी को कोई रिकमेंडेशन देनी है राइटिंग हमें दे दे कि इस तरह नहीं इस तरह करो। और 1 महीने के बाद हम जो है ना उसके बाद फिर इसको जो है ना वो शूट 2000 जनवरी में हम शुरू करेंगे इसका सर्वे वगैरह, और फिर 3 महीने फिर आपको टाइम देंगे, आप सोचें कि हम इसको स्पेंड करें या क्या करें। अगर वो फिर सर्वे हो जाएगा, हमें पता लगेगा कि हम इस प्रोजेक्ट आगे मूव कर सकते हैं, फिर अगला कदम उठाएंगे, जस्ट स्टॉप।
भाई साहब की बात अगर आप एडवर्टाइज कर दें और अपने सारे व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप या फेसबुक जहाँ पे भी आप लगाना चाहें वहाँ पे लगाएं और लोगों से फीडबैक ले लें, ताकि जो है ना हमें पता चलेगा कि हाँ भाई लोग कितने तैयार हैं हमारे साथ कितने।
आपको सुनिए मेरी बात, आप बस आपको सुनिए मेरी बात, मुझे लंदन से कोई नहीं चाहिए।
देखें सर, फिर अगर आपको लंदन से कोई नहीं चाहिए तो फिर यहाँ पे प्रोजेक्ट शुरू करने की क्या जरूरत है?
ये जगह बहुत मुनासिब है, लंदन लोग रिटायरमेंट होम में रहने के लिए लोग कहाँ से आके लंदन में रह रहे हैं?
नहीं तो ये जितने लोग हैं ये सारे इस कम्युनिटी के नहीं, ये सारे
मैंने और आपने हमने सीनियर में नहीं, ऐसे सीनियर होम में नहीं रहा।
रिटायरमेंट होम की आगे आबादी देखें लंदन में जो है 70% लोग रिटायरमेंट होम के लंदन के नहीं है।
या
जो है ना लंदन जो है ना पूरे नॉर्थ अमेरिका का फेवरेट प्लेस है फॉर टीचिंग। दिस इज द गवर्नमेंट स्टैंड।
जैसे आप मिसियागा से जामू है ऐसे है था।
सो व्हेन आई से इट्स अ टोटली सोल्ड आउट।
ताले तो मेरे कुछ करते हैं
हमारे पढ़े कल इसके हमारे
इसमें ये जिसमें
मेरे
क्या
क्या
बिजनेस स्टैंडर्ड कैपेसिटी मजबूत ही नहीं है। इनको हमारी से बहुत जरूरत है। अच्छा दैट्स ऑल।
मैं बिल्कुल समझ रहा हूं, लेकिन जहां
दिस शुड बी
सदर भाई इंशाल्लाह
अजान हो गई है, लास्ट बंदे से
कोई नहीं।
Thank you for coming. Thank you everybody for coming. Thank you for your input.